Welcome to a session on linear equations in two variables. Under this session, we'll be taking up long word problems on pair of linear equations in two variables. To take up the first question, I surely have to write it down first. Let me. If in a rectangle, the length is increased and the breadth is reduced each by 2 meters, the area is reduced by 28 square meters. If the length is reduced by 1 meter and the breadth is increased by 2 meters, the area increases by 33 square meter. When you read, might just feel it's too complicated, but it isn't. Once you start making the equation for every statement given, we will find it to be very easy and simple to solve, so no worries. Length and breadth of the rectangle. It says in a rectangle, length is increased and breadth is reduced by 2 meters. The area is reduced by 28 meters square, and if the length is reduced by 1 and the breadth is increased by 2, area increases by 33. For both of them, we'll be getting one equation. So let us assume the length to be x meters and the width or the breadth to be y meters. So the area we calculate for a rectangle as length into breadth, so that makes it x into y, so it is xy square meter. This is a basic one. Now the first case, it says the length is increased and the breadth is reduced each by 2 meters. So in that case, your length becomes x minus 2, breadth becomes y minus 2 meters, and in that case the area is x minus 2 and y minus 2. This is equal to previous area minus 28. This is the first one. It says the previous area got reduced by 28, so that makes it minus 28. If the length is reduced by 1 meter, now I'm reducing the length by 1 meter and the breadth is increased by 2 meter, the area that was previously xy is now getting increased by 33 square meter. This is your second equation. Let us take up the first one here. So if I remove the bracket in the first one, I'm getting xy minus 2x minus 2y plus 4. That's giving me xy minus 28. This gets cancelled. So I'm getting it as minus 2x minus 2y is equal to minus 32. Am I right? it, because I got it to be minus 28.4, so minus 32. Now if you reduce it, this minus minus, that gives us, oh, it is length is increased and breadth is decreased. I made a mistake here, so length got increased. In that case, this becomes plus and this becomes a minus, so that makes it 24, because 4 moving to this side will give you a 24, so it's minus 24. So it is, if you reduce it, it shows minus x plus y equals minus 12. Now I can multiply the whole equation with a minus to remove this negative from the first part. So this became my third or 2a1 or 1a equation. I now take up the second one. If I remove it, I will get xy plus 2x minus 1 minus 2 equals xy plus 33. Again, this to get cancelled. This is 2y, so it is this is 2x, I guess, yeah. Now that gives me 2x minus y, and if I take 2 to the other side, that makes it 35. So this is 2a equation. Let me write the first one here and solve. If I solve this is getting cancelled. It's 3x is equal to, is it this, or if I change and then, oh, this becomes minus then, so I'm getting 3x equals 23, sorry. Now x is equal to 23. That means our length is 23. Let us substitute that in any of the equations, maybe here. So y will be 23 minus 12. So y becomes, I think, 11. So we got x, that is the length, to be 23 meters and the breadth to be 11 meters. Hope that was not too difficult for you to follow. We now take up another question, a long one again though. I hope I don't take long for write this down. It says Ramesh travels. Ignore any kind of mistake I'm making while writing. I'm trying to copy this question as fast as possible. Ramesh travels 760 kilometers to his home, partly by train and partly by car. He takes 8 hours if he travels 160 kilometer by train and the rest by car. He also informs that he takes 12 minutes more if he travels 240 kilometer by train and the rest by car. We have to find the speed of the train and the car separately. To do so, let us first assume that speed of the train be x kilometer per hour and speed of the car be y kilometer per hour. Now the distance given to be 760 kilometer. So in the first case, with case 1, it says 160 by train. So what is the time taken when he is traveling by 160 by train? So it is 160 by the speed, that is x, plus the time taken for the car. If he is out of 760, 160 by train, then the rest of 600 will be by car, and that's taking up 8 hours. This is our first equation. And in the case 2, it says 240 kilometer by train. So the time taken will be 240 by x, plus the rest of the kilometers become 760 minus 240 makes it 520 by the speed. That takes 12 hours more, so it becomes 12 whole by 60 if you convert. 8 plus is 12 minutes, so that is 1 upon 5, and this can be written as it was 41 upon 5 hours. So that makes this our second equation. Solve this by elimination, I'm thinking of. To do so, I'll multiply this with 3 and this by 2. So I will be getting the first equation becomes 480 by x plus 60, this is 1800 by y, and this makes it 24. On the other hand, this becomes 480 by x plus, if you multiply 520 by 2, that gives you 1040 by y, and 41 by 5 multiplied to 2 would give you some 82 by 5. Changing the symbol means this is minus minus minus, this gets cancelled. So it becomes 1800 minus 1040, that makes it 760 by 5, and it is 24 into 5 minus 82, that gives you 38 by 5. So now y would become 760 into 5 by 38. If we solve this, I'm getting this, if cancelled by it, I'm getting 100, I think, because 76 into 5 gives me 38,000. Yeah, so it is 100. So y is 100 kilometer per hour. So the speed of the car is 100 kilometer per hour. Now let me substitute this in any of the equations. Let me take it up the first one. So that makes it 160 by x plus 600 by 100, that makes it 6 equals 8. So 160 by x equals 2. So x equals 160 by 2. That gives us 80 kilometer per hour. That means the speed of the train was 80 kilometer per hour and speed of the car was 100 kilometer per hour. I hope you got this. Again, follow this, right? Maybe the next few session also will be taking up some digital 2-digit question on linear equation in 2 variables. Thank you.